All right, MP, you ready?
Welcome, everyone, to the final matchup before the knockout round. Things are starting to get a little chippy. Everyone jostling for that NBA Cup. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Jazz, they've started strong this year, holding the second-place spot. And check it out, the Kings, 7 games behind.
Checking out the Jazz, many of us experts earmarked them as favorites this season. And you know what? They have not disappointed thus far.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. The duo inside, Murray and Sabonis. Malik Monk is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Levine in at the 3. And for Utah, Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Collier is out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk, and it's Hunt in at the 3 slot. A really important game for the NBA Cup tournament tonight. Both of these teams are still alive, Grant.
Well, B.A., despite losing in cup games, they can still advance into the knockout stages. So they both have a lot to play for. This should be a fun one.
Now here's MP, Markkanen from long range, and the three-pointer goes.
Some quick hands there from Lowry into his. Motion fast.
Outside Monk. Back to Westbrook. Sacramento passing it around. Lets it go. And the basket by Monk.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
MP, that was good.
That's a smart shot. I love seeing MP take the 3 in that situation.
Pass to Levine. Murray from outside. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
And Grant, after last season, a new front office taking over in Sacramento, trying to get them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after ending their record-breaking postseason drought in 2023, the last 2 years have seen the Kings again outside the playoffs. They're restless to get back there in the mix.
MP, a screen on Sabonis. Back to MP, fires for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
I'll tell you what, once things started to go downhill, their performance plummeted. It wound up getting pretty ugly.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
A deep 3. Offensive rebound. It's Mikhailuk on the wing. Second shot opportunity. Collier, no good.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Jazz?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Well, gobbling up boards is what Kessler does best. Got some points out of that one, too.
Sabonis finds Levine. And Sacramento again with the bucket.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Yep, that one goes. Markkanen's got 5 points.
Yeah, he was showing some muscle there. Markkanen is so tough to contain at times.
Pass to Murray. Sabonis with a screen on Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. Here's Sabonis. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And that one's good. Hunt.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Left side, Monk. Outside, Murray. 4-3. Kessler with a rebound. The Jazz have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. Pass to Westbrook. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 6 rebounds here tonight. MP against Murray. Here's MP. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 13 points in the game.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And here's MP from outside, and it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the quarter.
MP get it. Hope you've enjoyed. Team's going with a whole new group out there. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Mikhailuk's checked in for Utah. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Markkanen outside. Jacks up a 3. Yes! Markkanen from deep.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Collier is out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's Hunt in at the 3. That's the group for Utah right now. And the dunk by Levine.
No surprise here. Levine loves pulling up the landing gear.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. Now here's MP. Really played well against Golden State in his last game.
You know, I like to see that kind of toughness from a young player. MP willing to put his body on the line.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And last season, the Jazz with the worst record in franchise history, man.
You're losing with a plan, though. Utah, such a smart organization. If you're going to tear it down to the studs, do it in a good draft year.
Now here's Levine. His last outing, he had 24 points. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. And that one drops. Murray's got 5 points.
Nice job there by Levine, making the extra pass and putting it on the money.
Pass to MP. There's the 3. MP buries the triple.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
46 seconds left in the half. Now Westbrook. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Up top, Monk. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Westbrook. Rebound, Utah. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Levine against MP. Levine with it. Oh, MP with a block. And the first half now in the books. It's the Jazz up by 11. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, although they appear to be the better team, they can't get caught up thinking that. You know, that's when you let your guard down.
Now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Kings.
One thing that stands out.
That does it for half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
On the court for Sacramento, the duo inside, Murray and Sabonis. Malik Monk is out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's Levine in at the small forward. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
ABA, the Kings last season traded for Zach LaVine, and he said, quote, "I've been a fan for a long time, knowing how incredible these fans are each and every game. A Tuesday night, it's still going to be packed in here. People pull for their team, and I don't take it for granted." Guys, back to you.
Tremendous support. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Well, most NBA teams run their offense through their star player. But, Grant, that can leave a team vulnerable when that player has an off night.
You know, in a strange way, it's almost better if your star is out of the game. I know that sounds weird, but those complementary players get increased opportunities and are emboldened to do more. Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Westbrook, the pass to Levine. Sacramento passing it around. Lets it go from deep. There's the triple. Ooh, Levine with another miss.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And the basket by Mikhailuk.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Here's Levine for 3. Rebound, Utah.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Stan, there seems to be an impatience to this Kings organization. Continuity is not the order of the day.
Well, yeah, B.A., and it can be disorienting for the player. You don't want to become complacent, but there's got to be a happy medium and some stability.
And timeout called by Doug Christie. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And a peek at the standings in this year's NBA Cup. The group stage is almost over.
And I have really enjoyed this year's version of the Cup. We're almost at the best part, too. The single elimination knockout rounds. I can't wait to get those started.
Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Well, the defense has got to know, when Levine is getting hot like this, they're in for a long night.
And that one's good. Hunt.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
MP against Levine. Over MP. Levine can't hit.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Yep, count it. MP's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Levine passes to Sabonis. It's good. And that's now 6 points for Domantas Sabonis.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Filipowski, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Here's Utah. They're on a 15-4 run. Hunt passes to Kessler. Here's Collier. Back to Filipowski. Pass to Hunt. Puts up a three. Hits the trifecta. Hunt's got 37.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers. The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Screen by MP. On the wing, MP from outside the arc. Another three for Utah.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Pass to Levine. The three. The rebound by the Jazz.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone. This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Monk for three. The rebound by Filipowski.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Mikhailuk. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Well, Sacramento is shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Westbrook outside. To the paint. Stolen by Kessler. Pass to MP. Pulls it from the corner. And they recover it. Here's Mikhailuk. From deep, MP. Good! Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable. When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And so it's the Ute. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer.
Checked in for Utah. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Murray's checked in for Achua. Levine comes in for McDermott. Monk, he's checked in for Carter. And it's Westbrook in for Schroeder. We've got Bailey. MP is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Kevin Love. That's the group for Utah right now. Shot is good by Levine.
Well, we've seen Levine put up 25-plus per game for a season. This guy is on the short list of the best wing scorers.
Hunt passes to Love. Back to MP. And that one's on target from the wing. Hunt's got 45 points.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Utah moving the ball around. Back to Love. Pass to Hunt. Lets the three fly. They get it back. Let's go with a three. Rebound by Sacramento. Westbrook's got 4 rebounds now. Monk passes to Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
Westbrook plays so hard out there. When he has the rim in his sights, he locks in on throwing it down.
Here's MP. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Zach LaVine. That one's off. And with the new 2-day format for the NBA draft, some executives complain, Grant, saying it helps out the disorganized teams.
Well, those teams could be in trouble regardless. With the push for parity, the league might not mind giving them some extra time to process during the draft.
Pass to Sabonis. Back to Monk. To the middle. And Sabonis slams it in.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Jazz.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Get on MP.
55 seconds left in the fourth. Drops in the three. MP's got 49 in the game.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Shots good by Sabonis.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you...
Oh, connects again.
Putting on a scoring clinic.
Hey, it's become an old habit. He's tied for the fourth most 50-point games in a single season.
Think about this. This is his ninth 50-piece, tying the great Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe's 10 is next up at 3.
Here's the three. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. So we see the Jazz taking the W here. And for the NBA Cup tournament, they finished group play.
30-plus points usually means you had a good...
Thanks again, folks, for coming out and supporting your basketball team. Drive home safely and see you again soon.
Man, it is hard work. You got the...
Brian, back to you.
Okay, Dominic, thank you. And that...
go.
Remaining in the game. 2 minutes. Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh foul. Joe Barry Carroll. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one, Brook Lopez. Stephen Curry, 3 points.
Get open, get open!
we'd like to thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please drive home safely, and we hope to see you again at the next event.